Hi, it's Maddie, and I'm here again to talk about distribution and advertisement and how they are used by film developers to let their films reach a wider audience. So what exactly is distribution? Distribution is when a product is shared out to its audience, whether they be niche or, in the case of Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium, mainstream. In terms of films, distribution is when the film is made available to consumers. To distribute a film properly, it will require the company to also use promotion and advertisement so more people go to see it and the developers will make a large profit. Independent companies have to rely on conglomerates to distribute their films, such as 20th Century Fox. Fox uses methods such as joint ventures to make their films reach a wider audience. Whilst Fox is the distributor of Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium, it was produced by 3 companies in a joint venture together, which are Mandate Pictures, Walden Media and Film Colony. Conglomerates such as these use something called covert advertisement, which is when other products will be advertised in their film. For instance, in my film, Connect is covertly advertised in the Emporium. Convergence is when 2 things join or converge together to create a single thing, or the coming together of more than one technology in one place. The impact of convergence is that you don't have to buy as many devices anymore, which makes it cheaper for the consumer. This happens because of Web 2.0, which is known as the interactive web, the second phase of the internet where it became available to the public. Technology is coming together to provide new and convenient devices. Most films are now distributed via new technologies using digital methods. Analogue methods, or old media, also existed as a way of past distribution, such as film reels, VHS tapes and radio. 20th Century Fox will have to pay to have their film reels on multiple screens in a single cinema, which was incredibly expensive until digital projectors came around. Now films such as Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium are sent to the cinema on a hard drive that connects to the cinema's servers so it can be played on multiple screens. There are many ways you can watch films. Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium can or could be viewed in the cinema, on television, on online streaming websites, for instance Now TV, via their DVD, or by illegally downloading it on sites such as Putlocker. My film was shown in cinemas as it was expected to reach a mass international audience, so it can now be bought on DVD. It has been on TV several times, mainly on Sky UK, as it is one of 21st Century Fox's subsidiaries. It is also easy to find illegally online, on sites like Putlocker, and is even available to watch on YouTube in a format of worse quality. The worldwide box office revenue of the film is $68,191,643, and it was distributed internationally as the film translates to any more economically developed parts of the world, since every family with money will buy their children toys. It wouldn't have grossed this much if it had not been advertised as much and been shown across cinemas. The domestic DVD gross of the film was also high at $24,809,766, showing it must have been successful. Advertising and promotion are the ways in which a film is marketed to ensure the target audience is aware of its release. Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium was marketed by putting out trailers online and on TV and releasing merchandise related to the film, such as the soundtrack, a book called The Amazing Compendium of Edward Megorium, and toys such as the Sock Monkey. It was also marketed using posters displayed on billboards around America and was advertised in magazines which promoted the movie. Social networking was used to gain the film followers by setting up a Facebook account for it, but Twitter was only used later by TV companies such as CITV to let their audiences know when the film was being shown on their channel. In 2002, David Gauntlet discussed the rise of the Web 2.0, when the original internet changed from being a place for researchers to put information to a way of communicating for mankind. Technology is providing more convenience for audiences and evolving by upgrading to new technologies from analogue methods to digital methods. Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium was marketed via digital methods as it was brought out in 2007, and the fact it used social networking to advertise itself is a modern convenience. The film's global box office revenue is $68,191,643, and the budget for the film was $65 million. This means that the developers only gained $3,191,543, which is relatively large compared to films made by independent companies, but still not a major profit, so it wasn't particularly successful. However, the fact that it grossed over $60 million means the advertisement still must have been relatively effective, and the DVD had a domestic gross of $24,809,766. Although its marketing was obviously not as effective as films such as Avatar, as that had a gross of $760,507,625, but that also had a much higher budget. In the creation of this film, 3 different film companies went on a joint venture to produce it. Mandate Pictures, Walden Media and Film Colony. These were all relatively iconic film companies. They advertised Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium over cross-media platforms, such as having a book made out of it, which was published by Scholastic, another example of 20th Century Fox and Scholastic going on a joint venture to increase profit. There was also a soundtrack that was sold for the film. Both of these forms of advertisement will have helped promote the film so it had a wider audience. The audience itself also contributes to the promotion of films. With Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium, one method could be social networking, but another could be by reviews. Any form of review will get the film out into the public eye, but a good review will make the reader more likely to actually go and watch it. This is the extract of a bad review written by Roger Ebert. All of this perhaps sounds like a wonderful family movie, and to a degree it is, although the story arcs involving Molly and the accountant and the threats to the store are all recycled from countless other films. The plot is forever being upstaged by the Emporium. We want to stop worrying about Molly's self-esteem and just play with more neat stuff. And is there ever any real doubt that there will be a happy ending? Hoffman has countless characters inside of him, and this is one of his nicest. Portman, as Molly, doesn't think it's as simple as Hoffman, and she has a thankless task of holding out against the old man's certainty. The suspense, such as it is, will probably enthrall kids up to a certain age, but their parents, once they get over the visual delights of the Emporium, will be grateful the proceedings last only 93 minutes. This poor review explains why the film may not have done as well as it was capable of. As audiences are now reliant on the media, it is likely a lot of people were influenced by the bad reviews and wouldn't have seen the film. That's all I've got to tell you about distribution for now. I'll see you guys in the next video.